Welcome, basketball fans, here at the Spodek Arena. Game day 5 of Group D, the final game for these two teams, as Israel will indeed take on Slovenia. This is the 2025 FIBA EuroBasket. Well, it's been a magnificent group stage so far. The Israelis having only lost one game, and that was to Poland. While for Slovenia, they battled through, and there are the other games that will be coming up. France winning emphatically against Iceland, while our final game indeed will see Poland take on Belgium. There are your current standings, but one thing you should know tonight, this game between Israel and Slovenia could solidify who indeed finishes top of the group. Well, Josh Bed alongside Azania Stewart, and Azania, you know tonight, Luka and of course company here for Slovenia, they're going to give a final battle against Israel, who've been magnificent.
Well, I am so excited for this game, Josh. When I was cutting my numbers today, well, Israel averages 80 points, Slovenia averaged 90 points, but other than that, percentage-wise, they shoot the same from the 2, from the 3, from the free throw line. They average the same turnovers, the same rebounds, steals, assists. Everything is very, very similar to these two teams. The only thing Israel wins is second chance points. That's 12 points from them. Slovenia average 9. That is it, what separates them. This is going to be a wonderful game. Obviously, both got two fantastic superstars in Abdia, who's 5th in scoring with 22 points, and the number one indeed in the EuroBasket is Luka Doncic with 31 points and is 2nd in assists with 8. So both of these teams coming off 2 wins. They're feeling good, and like you said, this game matters. Where do you rank in the group? Who will you cross over to going to Riga? They both know they're getting on that plane tomorrow to head to Latvia, but who will they be playing? Oh, I love a game like this.
Well, the Israelis, no doubt, they've been led by Denny Avdia, and of course the likes of Roman Sorkin, who's been formidable so far, but many other players for the Israelis have stepped up and come out big.
Huge, and Solkin, I think, is really coming into his own, averaging those 17 points. He's helping Avdia, and especially around the rim. He had that 31-point game against Iceland. He was on fire. This Israeli team has been really impressive in this group D.
Well, Guy Pallett's in the final player to come out, and there he is, Denny Avdia of the Portland Trail Blazers. Has been turbo time anytime he's been on the floor so far for the Israelis. But now, basketball fans, it's the best part of the afternoon, as now we're going to embrace the international culture. We're going to stand for the national anthems of both Israel and Slovenia.
We invite you to stand up for the national anthem of Slovenia. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem of Israel.
national anthems, loud and proud. A lovely atmosphere here today for the second game of game day 5. The fact that there's still a lot to play for, it makes it very interesting. And our third team on the floor, Luka runs to the locker room really quick. Actually making his way out. Here he is.
Well, there he is, Luka Doncic, as you mentioned, leading the EuroBasket as of yet. He has been terrific. But one final game to decide potentially what position Slovenia can pull. And remember, Israel, they have destiny in their hands. And there you said it, our team tonight, our referees coming from Japan, Latvia, and Estonia. From Japan, we have Takaki Gatto. From Latvia, we have Captain Salins. And from Estonia, we have Miguel Manis. Our commissioner, technical delegate for tonight's game is Almantas Pavlionis. A big thank you to all of our officials. They've done a magnificent job in all of our games, and they'll continue to do a great one tonight for this final game between Israel and Slovenia. Well, Zania, we will take a look at the starting lineups, and I guess we'll begin with Slovenia. Of course, the talking point has been Luka Doncic, and he will be partnered alongside Alexei Nikolic, Gregor Hrovat, Edo Moric, and Martin Krempel, who many may not remember that he did actually play here in Poland for Gliwice. Not too far from this arena. But Doncic, well, the stats speak for itself.
Yeah, and I highlighted those stats in red, and, you know, he gets to his spots, his teammates screen for him, especially when you've got a big guy like Omid. Horvat is into this lineup, but they find ways. You know, he struggled in that Belgium game, actually, coming out, but still, he was 8 from 22 in that game, but managed to still drop 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Here's the other leading scorer, top 10, as we see the starting lineups for Israel.
Well, Ariel Ben-Halafi is going to go with Denny Avdia, Roman Sorkin, who's been their best center, Yamada in the backcourt. It's quite a big lineup with both Tomer Ginat and Yovel Zusman. So the Israelis renowned for their second chance points.
Yeah, and they put Ginat back into the starting lineup. They had Levy in there, so they've changed it up a little bit, but this is their traditional 5. Here's the main man, as they call him Turbo, and he's just had tremendous moments where he is a match-up problem. If he's got a shorter guy on him, he turns around, shoots over him. If he's got a bigger, taller guy, he spreads the floor, he can get to the rim, he's shooting the 3 very well. Overall, his team look for him, and he's 22 points, and this will be potentially his 5th game, hitting that 22 points.
Well, we're now moments away from tip-off. Let's listen now to our official sponsor. So countdown to tip-off is underway. Well, we just heard from head coach Ariel Ben-Halafi, because that game against Poland, a 3-pointer from Kadeem Carrington very late gave them the lead, and had they held on to Zania, well, they would be undefeated coming into this game, and potentially could have already solidified top position. But a win tonight against Slovenia, that's what it's got to be. There's head coach Alexander Sekulic, because both these two teams, all roads for the FIBA EuroBasket, did actually begin on February 22nd. For Slovenia, it was against Ukraine. For the Israelis, well, it was against Portugal.
And, you know, and how big this win is for Israel determines potentially, obviously there's so many different outcomes, but if they win, they could be the top of this group. If they lose, they could potentially be the 4th, the last in this group. Obviously they're going to qualify, but that's what a win can do for Israel. Are they the top, or are they the bottom going into Riga? These are the moments that they will know, and it's important. You know, sometimes you go into these games, you've already, you know, stamped your ticket to the next round, and you think, oh yeah, but no. I think seeding really makes a difference.
Well, the last time the Israelis finished top of group play at the FIBA EuroBasket was in 1979. They went on to the final to lose to the Soviet Union. And in that group, They were up against the former Yugoslavia, Poland, and France. So, can they do it again tonight? Welcome everybody live here at the Spodek Arena. It's Israel versus Slovenia. Slovenia getting first play. Jovel Zuzman having a match up with Luka Doncic. Doncic trying to work here with Krampel. Still has it. Has now run to 10. Well, Ginat finding Edo Moric wide open. Not getting the first three. Here comes turbo time, but quickly drawing a foul against Alexei Nikolic.
Well, Slovenia trying to get into their offense. Good, solid defense from Israel. And, you know, Israel have shown really lovely moments. They gave France some big trouble as they played zone. Oh, turnover here. Big mistake.
Good defense by Slovenia. Nikolic has a three. It's up. 6 this one. And the Slovenian fans now getting into the game.
Well, like I said at the start of the broadcast about there's not a lot in it, and plays like that are going to be costly.
Avdia in the paint. Finds Zuzman. As Madar just attacks the gap, goes in with a layup. That's way off the mark. Slovenia now looking to run. Yamada, because has a propensity to pick up fouls early. Luka in the paint and giving Slovenia a 5-0 lead.
And he's going to take Yamada right where he wants him, gets him low into the paint. And I said, you know, he can shoot over big guys, shorter guys, and he's getting to his spots. Good job.
Madar pulls up from 15, and the Israeli fans now up on their feet, and that's a much better look for Yamada.
Yeah.
I kind of feel that the longer Yamada is able to play in this game without picking up fouls is going to be crucial here for the Israelis. Hrovat going back to Luka Doncic, hand his face. That's good defense by Zuzman. Madar catches this one in transition. Nikolic trying to keep him at bay. Good hands, goes out of bounds, but that's going to remain Israel's ball on the sideline.
I think that's a great point, Josh, talking about Yamada. Is here he comes up at the screen into that mid-range jump shot. Is he has got into foul trouble. He has to stay on the floor to be an extra offensive threat.
Sorkin having to recover, but again, Slovenia forcing a turnover. So Ginat having to work very diligently because they know Luka is going to initiate a lot of contact. Nikolic finding Hrovat. He'll fire the three. And Israel's able to secure possession. Avdia. Well, he's had his inconsistencies, but Sorkin getting the offensive board. And a foul is going to be called against Luka Doncic.
Sorkin there. Hits the boards, forces Luka Doncic into a foul. And remember, Luka last game got in foul trouble. He picked up 3 fouls versus Belgium. Had to sit. Roman Sorkin will go to the line for 2.
Sorkin averaging 17.5 points per game here in the EuroBasket. Of course, the most offensive rebounds he did have was against Iceland in their opening game, but every little bit will count. Remember, they haven't finished top of group play in the EuroBasket ever since 1979, when the great Nicky Berkowitz led them to the final. Slovenia trying to get it to a set, leading by 2 points. He's just lacking that spacing and turning it over. Muric. Well, you can see Israel just trying to keep the ball out of Luka's hands.
They are, and I'm surprised other teams haven't done this, but, you know, when Luka does catch it, they do send a double, but he's averaging, you know, those 8 to 9 assists a game.
Nice bump by Ginat, leveling things up at 5 apiece.
And Ginat's also been huge for this team.
Doncic can't get the contact. There's the penetration, but now the foul will be called against Deni Avdia. So 2 free throws coming up for Gregor Hrovat. see Avdia just putting his hands in the cookie jar, but this is good for Slovenia. Try to get, I mean, they are a team that does get to the free throw line.
A lot.
Quite a lot. I mean, that's an understatement.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly because of Doncic, who's shooting at least 17 free throws a game. Well, that knocks it down. And he's been, you know, crucial and lovely piece for Slovenia, where we've always asked the question, who's going to step up? Who's going to give extra offense to Slovenia? And he's been a big part of that. And 15 points in their first game versus Poland. Slovenia need that offense from him.
I think it's going to be calculated between these two teams. Israel, of course, had that big victory against France. Madar. Sorkin trying to get a seal off. Avdia catches a tough one. It's his own follow-up. Rebound and a bucket.
Way to stick with that, because that was tough defense.
Luka penetrates. Rebound secure by Sorkin. The Israelis looking to take the lead, and now here comes Turbo. Bumps, goes in, counted. He's going to the free throw line. And maybe, just maybe, Turbo time coming a bit quicker rather than later for the Israelis.
And when he plays like this, efficient, assertive, gets to the rim, this is when Israel plays so well. Look, he goes coast to coast, takes the bump, and one. Huge play. That's what they need.
Oh, great work by Deni Avdia. Almost averaging a double-double so far here in the group stage. But unable to convert the three-point play to make in that offensive board. Avdia caught a double team, goes in, and make it a 4-point play.
Incredible job. Like I said, when he's on this offensive tear, Israel usually win.
Slovenia forcing the switch.
Sure.
Doncic unable to get it. Oh, almost a kickball violation, maybe a backcourt, but Doncic gets it. And now he'll go to the free throw line. I think Ariel Beit-Halakmi, head coach of Israel, feels like in the mix-up when Yamadar lost it, then there potentially could have been a kickball, but it does mean 2 free throws coming up for Luka Doncic.
Well, Alan Omic into the game. And, you know, I've asked more from him around the rim. The big fella, 7'1", at 8 points, 13 rebounds in that win versus Belgium. So
Luka makes the first free throw. Because you kind of feel the way this game could go between these two teams. I mean, if you're a neutral fan, you'd love it to see it go right down to the wire. Luka converts both.
win against Iceland, excuse me, I need to stand corrected. But Omic had a big game, 8 points, 13 rebounds.
Sorkin fakes the pass, out of control, good defense. Slovenia have numbers. Yeah. Nikolic leveling things up and a beautiful transition by Slovenia. Well, you're going to see that a lot from both teams. Defensive rebounds, forcing turnovers, but quickly getting out of transition. And for Israel, well, they'll find him in the paint. Provac goes at Ginat. Slovenia just trying to get some balance. Omic accidentally nutmegs himself. Halfway gone here in the first quarter. Sorkin finds Yamadar. But Luka coming up with a steal. Because Yamadar wanted Deni to flash, and that's going to be an offensive foul, but the points will still count, though. I think Luka's insinuating that he was outside the restricted zone. Ah, he may have a point there, Zeke.
His feet are inside.
Well, play will continue, but
we get to see the replay. Obviously, it's a split decision that the referees have to call.
nothing separating these two teams. As now we're under 5 minutes. Israeli fans, now you can hear the rallying behind their team. Avdia, that took a deflection. Baltimore is only just subbed into the game. Avdia, time, space. Step to reverse layup. Nice move by Denny.
Yeah, his bag of tricks and, you know, his arsenal of offense is wonderful, where he's able to just that little fake to get the defense up and out the way.
Slovenia can take a lead with the three from Muric as he buries this one. This is what this team could do. They can spread the floor offensively. Sokin fancies the mismatch against Muric. Foul is going to be called on the ground.
Sokin, I really like him. You know, I love a post player, as I played post in my day. Here's the Muric three-point shot. Lovely rotation on that. But what I like Sokin is he works so early in the post. He gets good position, creates space where he just has to turn and score, and his teammates constantly find him. And here he is at the free throw line.
Well, Slovenia have done a good job in transition. 7 of the 16 have come on the fast break. Now, 5 of those have been converted from Israel's turnovers. But if Sokin converts this, 70% of Israel's points have come inside the paint. They have been very good at their execution in the half court.
Yeah, 100%. They like to, you know, get the ball in deep, shoot the layup.
One-point ball game. Luka from downtown. Homage unable to secure the offensive rebound. Well, Luka will keep on shooting, you know that.
Oh, yeah.
And eventually they'll drop.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Israel, for sure the defensive game plan has been to make every contested three-pointer a tough one.
Well, you have to, and they've thrown doubles at Luka, and that's where Luka has really been dangerous and is averaging those 10 steals a game, because he's so patient. He waits for the double, then he finds his teammates, but it's important for his teammates to knock those shots down.
Baltimore thinks about the three-pointer. Now penetrates. Completely out of control, but almost got it. Slovenia looking to counterattack. Doncic finds Muric, who made his last three. A little too short, but Luka getting an offensive rebound.
That's a good job from Doncic getting in the mix of the rebounding game.
Well, Sorkin's made 1 3 so far. Probably not the shot they wanted to go for. Just a little too deep. Doncic splits the defense. You can see Israel not jumping on any three-point. They don't want him to go to the free throw line. Radovic goes baseline. This is good ball movement. Nikolic. The foul is going to be called against Nimrod Levy. You know, I like that offense from Slovenia.
I do too, actually, because what they're doing is they're doubling Doncic to get the ball out of his hands. There he is on the backside getting the rebound. But then they're moving. They're making Israel have to defend and rotate in their defensive positions, as they've put Israel in some serious situations. So good minutes from Nikolic. He'll go to the bench.
Klemen Prepelic, the first time they met in the qualifications for this EuroBasket, Slovenia won. It was Klemen Prepelic who led them with 21 in that game. That was back in February 2023. Nice dime. Homage now repays the favor. 3-point Slovenian lead. This Israel not with a natural center on the floor. Nimrod Levy having to fill that role. Avdia goes in. Good move, but wasn't able to finish. Now the Slovenians look to expand on the lead. That is going to be the 4th and final team foul against Israelis here in the first quarter.
Let's have a look here. Baltimore coming over. You can see that hand. Easy call for the referee.
Neither team with any fouls to give. Well, trying to go backdoor. Radovic wasn't ready for it. And the Israelis will get it back. Well, the right idea, of course, but just a little bit too much on the pass coming from Doncic. Just a little bit. is now the Israeli fans. You hear the ambience here just getting a little bit louder. Carrington goes to Doncic. Madar. Time winding down as he can level things up.
Good box out.
Now Luka looking to play a bit turbo, a bit of contact, and finishing under pressure, but no and one given. Biggest lead for the Slovenians so far. Well, that's a silly foul to give away by Sturga because you're just going to send Madar to the charity stripe.
Well, both teams over the limit. You can see all the red lights under their names lit up. Here is a lovely little floater, floats in the air from Luka. He's asking for the and one, but got to work for it.
Madar just getting the shooter's roll. Was originally from Beit Dagan in Israel. Remember, it was drafted by the Boston Celtics back in the 2020 NBA draft in the second round with the 47th pick. Makes them both. Well, he's seen his team play some magnificent basketball so far here in the group. Head coach Ariel Beit Halahmi. Prepelic finding Doncic. Double comes over. There's the foul. Carrington just a little slow to get those hands up, but that is what Doncic is going to do. He's going to
lure you into it, right? He does such a good job as he just smiles at him. He brings the ball down and the ill discipline, and then there you see Carrington put his hands into Luka Doncic, so he's going back to the free throw line. And Luka's got to the free throw line every game, plus 15, and do the quick maths for me. I don't know.
Well, this will be his 62nd free throw right now.
There's Daddy Doncic.
Rasha Doncic does play for Domžale, one of the many clubs he featured for in Slovenia.
Sorry, how many free throws?
That's now 62.
62. Surely nobody shot that many. 62. Incredible.
Well, once he gets you up in the air, you know it's inevitable. He will go to the free throw line. Madar, pump fakes. When they try to give it go, that's another turnover, but Slovenia come up with it, leading by 5. There's now almost a minute to go here in the first quarter. Doncic, a little step back. And only Carrington trying to towel for the rebound, but Amic is able to deliver. Sturga now steps out of bounds. That's a golden opportunity for Slovenia to really build on the lead.
I would have to agree with you. And the Israeli fans have traveled here. They've got a lovely group right behind their bench, and then there's some great crowd behind us. Both these teams have a great crowd, and everyone else obviously coming to see Luka Doncic and Diar.
Well, off the bench, Spanish pick and roll, but he didn't need options 1 and 2 because turbo time, lighting it up from the perimeter.
Well, that's what they came to see, right? Two superstars step up. It's a 2-point game.
Now, if they get a stop here, a 2-for-1 is on the table for Israel. Nice dive. Finds Amic. Got to go up with it. But the tip-in is good by Radovic. Final play for Israel. 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. Carrington denies the screen. Has Nimrod Levy. He'll fire the 3. It's up. Not the shot Israel wanted, as Prepelic puts it up from full court, and that's not going to go. 4-point lead to the Slovenians in their final game in Group D here in Katowice at the Spodek Arena. And Slovenia, they went down early. Now they find themselves with a slender advantage.
Yeah, a little 4-point advantage. That was exactly what we wanted in the first quarter of basketball. I spoke about this, the percentages, and we should see them coming up. Not a lot in it. There it is. Slovenia, though, shooting a better percentage at the 2-point strike, 78% to Israel's 58%. The 3-point strike, pretty much similar. Both teams getting to the free throw line, though. That's going to be important, I think, as we see the first quarter, best plays as Slovenia's 6 from 6. It's been the Doncic show as he's got 10 points.
Well, there was Jan Madar's first field goal. You mentioned the one three-pointer made by Israel. That came from Denny Avdia only 2 possessions ago. Like I said, it's only a 4-point deficit.
Well, what I love also is the 2 superstars that have come to play. Avdia leads all scorers with 11 points. The crowd loves it. And this was beautiful. Just the fake. He knew the defender was trying to block his shot. The reverse layup, that's elite.
Well, indeed, those fans, they've been great, just like the Slovenia fans. And here was Alan Omic getting in the paint, but it was the follow-up by Muric. Second chance points. Well, that one he converted, of course, but Sekulic knows they're up against a tough opponent. And that's Luka just doing Luka Doncic things.
Yeah, I think Israel, though, is doing a good job trying to, you know, get the ball out of his hands. I think that's the right idea. He's going to go for 30. He's averaging 33 points. 31, excuse me.
Well, scan that QR code and download the Courtside 1891 app. You can follow the EuroBasket as we head to Riga for the round of 16 and so on. Courtside 1891. Scan that QR code, download it today, where you can watch all the best live streams and extended highlights of FIBA competitions. Back underway here in the second quarter, live at the Spodek Arena. Yamadar being defended by Sturgo. Radovic, double team getting ready. Avdia finds Ginat in the corner. That's a good look, but unable to finish. Nimrod Levy is going to get called for the foul.
That's a tough pass. Incredible baseline, whips it across. Got a foul on Alan Omic. Look at this. Oh, this is the foul. Draped all over Omic. So Slovenia's ball, and that's Levy's second foul. Foul trouble might, you know, become an issue.
Doncic. Good switching defense by the Israelis, but Nimrod Levy has to match up. Final second, Sturga gets in the paint, just a little too short. Well, Slovenia battling, so that's going to go back to Israel. I like what we're seeing from Slovenia. See, they are. Every shot goes up, even the backcourt plays. Everybody is trying to contest the second chance points.
Yeah, they're trying to really crash the boards. Radovic getting involved, and they're going to need it. Like I said, the only stat that was really big is the second chance points, and Israel wins that.
Both teams still scoreless here in the first minute. Ginat, spinning baseline, finds Levy, goes in and cutting it down to a one-possession ball game.
There you go, you asked for a bucket.
I like what Tomer Ginat brings to the Israelis. Perimeter threat, a post-up. Wow, good hands by Madar. Got turbo time with him, finds Denny, goes in and levels things up at 26 apiece. And Sekulic has seen enough. He's going to call timeout.
Oh, a lovely job from Jan Madar, sneaks in from behind. This is the baseline drive and drop off. But Madar comes in and throws a nice alley-oop to his 1-2 punch.
I thought he could have dunked that though.
He doesn't like to dunk that much. I think we've seen one dunk from Denny. As long as it goes in, maybe he needs to conserve energy, you know?
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
Dunk takes a lot out of him.
Oh, for sure. And turbo time, well, let's listen now to head coach Sekulic.
Drugo, u napadu samo stanite mirni, pa napadite odločno. Velike riskira, ne mora biti mrtvi driblingi na vrhu rakete. Nema tega. A gremo vsi po napadu, Luka. Four side, ali pa four side here, okay? Eno drugo gre. Four side, zdaj, pa drugo four side here.
Thank you very much, Nice space.
Well, Denny Avdia, as of now, really has the game of games with 13 points. So far, the only three-point field goal for the Israelis, but it's the damage actually both teams possess. Anytime they force a turnover, they play in such a very quick and organized pace in transition.
I think that's a wonderful point because Slovenia have had 5 turnovers and Israel have come right back down and scored 7 points off of those turnovers.
Doncic being defended by Tomer Ginat. Spanish pick and rod. Well, I'm not quite sure if that was going to be the outcome, but Radovic wide open. He nails the triple.
Radovic, you know, when he can stay on the floor, he's had some foul trouble. He's efficient.
Well, they want to find Avdia. Lefty looking for a handoff. Time winding down. Carrington's got to make a choice. Avdia. Bit of contact. And, whoa, almost got it. He'll go to the free throw line.
Just like Doncic, Avdia does a lovely job. He lures the defense into fouling him because he brings that ball down, but it's so strong. Watch this. Takes the dribble to balance it, but you see how he hooks up and shoots. It's difficult to defend. It's just really smart offensive play.
Well, Avdia can have 15 points if he makes his free throw. Slovenia leading by 2. Just over 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Rims in and out. Well, Nimrod Levy comes up with it. Avdia, he's made 1 3. Not going to get this one. Doncic secures the board. Well, Campelli trying to cement position as Prepelic sinks that one in the corner.
And Prepelic also has had some great moments. 15 points in that French game. And when he shoots in rhythm, catches it, lets it go. It's a beautiful sight. So a timeout here. Look at this. Comes up, gets his feet set. The ball's right in front of his eyes. Knocks it down.
There's a bit of a flat arc usually, but that is because, you know, he likes to shoot quickly. Number 2, he shoots from very far out. But we'll head down to Israel's bench to find out what coach Ariel Ben Halaki has to say.
ממש אחרת, אוקיי? אתה עם הגבוה, אתה עם 12, מי שזה לא יהיה, אתה תיקח אותו. תן לו. אתה תשאר עם ניקוליץ' וזה 3
Well, Luka Doncic currently does have 10 points in this game. You can see doing things on both ends of the floor. Also has 4 rebounds and 4 assists, and also a steal to go to his name. But they're going to need big numbers, as always, from Luka Doncic if they're going to get this victory.
Yeah, he's already had 1 triple-double. That was against Belgium. Could he be on his way to another one? And you said it, he has to play big for this Slovenia team.
While the Israelis at the moment subbing Eitan Berg into the lineup, who spent last season playing with B'nai Hetzler, is going to the NCAA next year. Roman Sorkin, welcome back to the Spodek Arena. Final game here in Group D for these 2 teams. See what Israel trying to pick up here from the timeout. Sorkin caught in a double team. Finds Ginat, goes in, nice finish.
Lovely cut from Ginat because the rotation on the defense was pretty good from Slovenia with that nice cut.
Well, Doncic goes back door. Berg commits a foul. And another trip to the free throw line for Luka. That's probably a size mismatch.
Yeah, this is an excellent catch though. And he gets that one to go, but back to the free throw line.
So just looking at the lineup, I feel that for Israel. I mean, they certainly do have 2 point guards in the backcourt of Yat Madara and Eitan Berg. Probably the best defensive matchup in my mind for Israel against Luka Doncic would be Tomer Ginat, I believe.
Yeah, just a bit bigger body and length.
Yeah.
Because one thing Doncic does is as soon as he sees a smaller guy or a mismatch, he's going to take him to the rim. So he knocks down
5-point lead yet again for Slovenia. Doncic is going to get called for a second personal. That's the advantage of having Tomer Ginat. I mean, with his size, you know, like similar to kind of the elite level, of course, but you know, take players in the paint like Luka, but also can put the ball on the floor, and actually is a very good three-point shooter. Israel now under 10 here on the shot clock. Avdia got it by Krampel. Another foul given. That's going to be number 3 against Slovenia with 6:49.
Really good handles. Avdia keeping that crossover and between the legs tight to the defense. Can't do anything but foul.
Now the Israeli fans. Madar spinning, elevating. Tough shot. Sorkin battles. Ginat comes up with it in second chance, and it's that man again, Tomer Ginat. Slovenia kind of have the tempo of this game. Good passing, but Tomer Ginat is going to get called for the foul. That's going to be his second personal.
And you can see Israel are double teaming that time they foul. It's clearly their game plan. It's a good game plan. Got to get the ball out of Doncic's hands and make somebody else score it. So Madar is going to go to the bench, and Zusman is into the game.
But Yovel Zusman was a part of that Israeli under-20 team that won the EuroBasket back in 2018 under Ariel Beit-Halafni. There's a lot of players he's worked with in this team at EuroBasket Junior Championships. Radovic made his last 3 from there. Not getting this one. The Israelis down by 3. Trying to cut it down to 1 point. Maybe level things up with a three-pointer. But Doncic coming up with a steal. Now Luka. Goes for a push-off, and there you see the bully basketball by Luka Doncic.
His ability to, you know, be strong and shrug off the defense and put on the brakes to finish that. Elite work from both of them.
Eitan Berg. And an offensive foul is going to be called against Roman Sorkin. Legal screen, I think that was called. That's a steal by Luka. Of course, Tomer Ginat doesn't want to pick up his third, but Luka just too big, too strong, and just too good.
All right, Ginat with 2 fouls, Levy with 2 fouls, and everyone else with 1.
Again, you can hear the Israeli fans. Zusman. Doncic hasn't made a 3 yet, and finally gets his first troika. And a timeout is going to be called by Israel, as the lead is 8 points to Slovenia.
Well, the efficiency for Luka Doncic on the left-hand side. He loves this side. Nice little dribble, creates the space. And what he does, he puts his hands up to the basketball goals and says, thank you. I finally knocked one down. Beautiful rotation. And he needed that one. There he is.
Well, it gives them an 8-point lead, so we'll head down to Israel's bench to find out what head coach Ariel Beit-Halafni is going to address to his players. Luka getting his first troika.
Over-aggressive with him. We can't give him nothing. We can't give him nothing. Right? We still give him a lot of respect and a lot of moves. Never mind, offense, אתה מתחלף. אתה נכנס עליו. We run the four. We run the four. Let's go inside for Roman. תוציא עבירה שם, נעצור קצת את הזה. חזרה לשם, אנחנו באישית, אתה לוקח אותו. יאללה.
Well, the Israelis now just having to battle through a bit of adversity. The Slovenian run has started with their defense. But so far, you look at the comparison between Luka Doncic with 17. Deni Avdia does have 14. The difference is Luka has got to the charity stripe a little bit more than Deni Avdia.
Yeah, Luka's shot 6 free throws already.
Israeli fans again on their feet. Down by 8. Need a play now to kind of prevent this run here from Slovenia. Sorkin goes baseline, tough move, but again, just cannot finish. And Luka comes up with it. Israel had been dominating in the paints, but now struggling. Another foul given, and 2 more free throws coming up for Luka Doncic.
Yeah, Israel's over the limit. See the right lights lit up here. Look, just that little hesitation. He loses Sorkin, and then Fatima hits him, and he goes back to the free throw line.
Because anybody questions why he gets to the free throw line so much. I mean, that slow motion replay just tells you everything. You're bringing Sorkin to him. He could have drawn a foul against him. Baltimore, you got to hack and reach. There's a reason Luka Doncic is always going to the charity stripe.
Well, he's just so intelligent with his ball movement, his fakes, his hesitation. He just, you know, really tricks the defense into fouling him.
Lee Carrington will sub back into the game for the Israelis, so they're going smaller. Roman Sorkin will go to the bench. Probably means Nimrod Levy's going to have to move to the 5.
Yeah, correct.
Israel just trying to get into a half-court set. Nice take here by Carrington. Finds Zuzman. Abdia has made 1 3. Can't get this one. And an offensive foul is going to be called against Nimrod Levy.
I missed that because I was watching Abdia shoot the 3. Let's see. It's under the basket. Oh, yeah. He's playing boxing. This is basketball. Great call from the baseline referee. You can't swing through like that. That's a dangerous play. He's very lucky that isn't upgraded. So they're going to sub him out, and he walks to the bench like a sad puppy, and he should, because that's a bad foul.
Crampelli's been magnificent tonight. He's just caused so much frustration for the post-interior defense. I mean, you can see on the free throws, whenever he's in whenever Slovenia's shooting free throws, you saw in the last one, Levy's not even looking if the ball's going in. He's just got eyes on Crampell.
He just goes in there. Well, Crampell is 6'9", really good body frame as he knocks that down in his 30s now, so really good minutes as he'll go to the bench.
Subbing in now for Slovenia, number 23, Luka Štuka. He's played some interesting moments so far for Slovenia here in the group stage. Zuzman. Baltimore working the screen with Sorkin. Tough kick out. Abdia. There's the closeout. Will go himself with the left hand, and nothing going in at the moment.
That's tough. Great moves and just rims out.
Slovenia's defense has been tough. Well, what a time by Luka. Goes out of bounds, but you talk about Abdia with a great time. How do you rate this one from Luka Doncic?
I don't think Luka Štuka was ready for it. Look,
wow.
Barely had his hands up. Put some pace on that one.
Abdia trying to force his way. Finds Sorkin. Misses. Second shot. Still won't go in. Third time lucky, maybe. Nothing. And finally, battling, and they refuse to give up.
Technical foul has been called. Don't know if this is going to be on Israel's bench or Luka.
I think that might be on Roman Sorkin out of frustration. He felt he was fouled.
Let's see there. Yeah.
That was a tip in. So the free throw converted by Luka Doncic.
Okay, sorry, yes.
Still an 11-point lead to Slovenia. Sorkin also has 2 fouls after picking up that technical.
A little bit of frustration coming into Israel's camp of not making the bucket the first time.
Nikolic finds Doncic. Made 1. Not getting this one. Štuka, offensive rebound. Muric goes in and just refusing, like the Israelis, to give up. Both teams really going after it in terms of offensive rebounds. Avdia trying to find some separation. Sorkin goes for another three, but Carrington able to get the offensive board. Baltimore. Again, that will just inspire their confidence. It's only the second three-pointer tonight for the Israelis. They're 2 out of 9.
That's their second chance points.
Luka goes baseline. Inadvertently finding Muric. Now Nikolic, he'll respond with a three. As Hrovat battles, you can see the determination, the hunger from both teams. Now here's the matchup. Doncic defended by Avdia. Finds Hrovat in the corner, and that's a big three-pointer by Gregor Hrovat.
That's what I was talking about earlier when he sets his feet, but boy, that cross-court pass from Doncic is incredible. As a foul's been called, you've got to have your eyes and your hands ready as you see the young fella. Look at this, straight into his pocket where he can just catch and shoot it. Outstanding work.
That three-point extends it back to a 13-point lead. Slovenia, like Israel, do not have any fouls to give here in the second quarter. Luka Štuka will leave the game. Alan Omic subbing back in for the Slovenians. Avdia finds Carrington. Baltimore catching a tough one. Yamadar also back in the lineup and is able to get that one to go off the bank.
That's a really lovely job from Yamadar. He had one of those the first possession and trying to scoop it in. This time made sure it went in.
Avdia leading scorer for the Israelis. Luka Doncic does have 20. And that's a very silly foul to give away because it's a mismatch because Muric has the height advantage against Baltimore, but it just means yet again the trip to the free throw line for the Slovenians.
Yeah, and Baltimore upset with that one. That's his third foul. He's gonna probably have to go to the bench. See if anyone comes to the scoreboard.
Slovenia haven't missed a free throw tonight. They're 13 perfect. This team does have a few players out of the legacy in 2017, winning the EuroBasket championship in Istanbul. Edo Muric, the man who hit the first three-pointer of that game. Well, first time for everything. 12-point lead. Baltimore, very indecisive, but now Avdia. Well, that's a good look from the perimeter, wide open. Avdia comes up with the board. Finds Sorkin, keeps it in one hand. Wow. You have to keep it under control, but...
Yeah, there's nothing more you can do. These are all fantastic looks.
Oh, nice dive, finds Omic, steps through a big man. Getting some good deliveries by Luka Doncic.
You have to be ready, I told you, don't matter who it is. Have your hands ready, Luka will find you. Omic on the end of that one.
Well, the Israelis need some belief in their offense. Get two final good possessions. Avdia, tough step back, contested three, and now make it number 3 for the Israelis.
That will do it. Knock that one down and get themselves going again.
He's got 19, second leading scorer tonight. Luka splits the defense. Avdia helps side, but not enough.
Oh. Luka slips over on his own sweat.
Sorkin tries another three, plenty of time. Now they can go long. And Doncic will finish with 24 points.
Wow, and because he slips over and is slow to get up, then they can pass the ball full court and he scores again. What a moment here. Look, he's asking for the and one, double clutch it, finishes there. He slips on the floor, he slips, there he is, face plants, and because he's slow to get up, they steal the ball and they say, hey, he's wide open again. He's rewarded for the slip and the fall.
Well, he cannot be accused of cherry picking, but 24 points to end the first half for Doncic as he goes to the bench. 15-point lead to the Slovenians. Final shot coming for Avdia. There's the alley-oop and finds Itai Segev. Can't connect. Sorkin misses again, but follows up, cutting it down to 13. And there's the final play. It won't go anywhere near the basket. Well, what a great second quarter for the Slovenians. And they just kept getting to the free throw line. And Luka Doncic, as always, leading the scoring with 24. Israel, they've got to do some searching at halftime,
They do. They win that quarter 30-21. Slovenia, really great job where they're able to put the pressure on Israel. Luka Doncic with 24 points. But, you know, I felt Israel got lovely looks, but it's like there's a little man on the basket just tapping out the ball. It was literally halfway down and out. They're 12 from 15 from the two-point strike. It's still, you know, high 80%, but man, a good couple of those were, I feel like they missed a few more than 3. There's the stats. Oh, excuse me, yeah. I'm reading Slovenians. Let me get that together. 14 of 30, sorry. 14 of 30. That's more like it. And there's your top scorers. The superstars are doing what they do best. So, you know, those averages start to find a way to average out in the second half. So I feel like Israel just need to keep doing the same thing. Don't get disappointed in themselves.
Well, of course, you saw the points between both Deni Avdija, who has 19, and Luka Doncic, 24. Of course, Luka Doncic with the Los Angeles Lakers and Deni Avdija with the Portland Trail Blazers. And I guess right now for Luka, it's all been the points in transition collectively from Slovenia. 17 points in transition, but I mean, those are monumental numbers. Both players 3 and 4 rebounds away from him, which will probably be an inevitable double-double, but they've been fantastic, both of them.
Yeah, and Luka getting to the free throw line 9 times is 100%. That's where he does a lot of his damage. And also those assists are at 6. And so that's where he really is effective as we get to see the second quarter best plays is when they do double, and Israel is bringing the double to Luka. He's able to find his teammates. For me, Israel, nothing. You don't need to change anything. Maybe a tiny little bit of concentration, maybe a little fatigue. This is 5 games in, you know, this whole week of Group D, and maybe that's the reason. But I feel like they're doing a wonderful job attacking the rim, you know, getting second chance tip-ins, but just not falling.
Well, the frustrating part for the Israelis is the fact that Roman Sorkin is currently 12 out of 13 from the field. He has taken 3 three-point attempts, 2 of them, of course, which, you know, we could debate, is that the right shot Ariel Ben-Halafi would like his offense to go for, but credit to Slovenia. Defensively, they've been magnificent, but see, the one thing that I think really underlines this game, only 5 points coming from Israel's bench so far, and 17 points of transition, which we already spoke about. That is a huge difference.
Yeah, that's a massive difference. And I'm excited for the second half because I think if Israel just knocks those couple of shots down, a little sad face as his team is losing, but basketball is a game of 2 halves. Keep going at it, but Slovenia really lovely as they score 30 points in that second quarter. That is way too many for Israel. This is the, I guess we're not going to call it a cherry pick, we're going to call it a slip and pick, maybe. You slip over, you get back up, and you score.
Well, there you can see it's halftime. We'll be back in just over 11 minutes. We're live here at the Spodek Arena, the FIBA EuroBasket final game for these 2 teams in the group.
This isn't a moment. It's a time unlike any before.
It's not a request, not a maybe, not a someday.
This is now. Feel our presence, built on strength
and drive. Not rising, we are arriving. Not hoping, but owning.
This isn't a moment, it's movement. Constant, relentless.
Every cut, every pass, every shot.
Earned. Taken. Undeniable. The future, it's already here.
Forged in sweat,
Ruled by queens.
When we move, the whole game shifts.
And we're unstoppable in all directions. We own the game.
Vargas a quick take. Gets up there quick for two. Oh. How do you stop Franz Wagner doing that?
And with that missed shot, Larson gets out in front of everyone, and he just hammers that.
And Markkinen just plucks it out of the air. Weiss tried to go with a foul. Markkinen with a throwdown. Daniel Weiss looks at the official and says, well, I fouled him, and the officials, but I didn't call it.
Nice play. Oh, foul goes in for the dunk. There's your big fella. Great pass from Williams. Osman down the baseline. He's left open, so he lets it fly. Şengün with the rebound. We've seen now behind the back pass to J.D. Osman.
We talk about Jokic with having a great feel for passing, but how about dropping it off?
Look at this, Nelson coming up with two.
Oh, and he throws it down to Bello, and there's a real momentum in the gym here. And the Swedish fans with those Great Britain fans loving the moment as Great Britain take the 1-point lead. Schroeder goes long. Oh, touchdown. Daniel Weiss throws the touchdown pass.
Larkin has played a team-high 32 minutes. And going up and dunking on Osmani. And Serbia back in front.
Jokic, second defender at the rim. You can see the closeout.
Oh, and Jokic just took it right away from Jetty behind the back pass. And Dobric's flies in for the dunk.
Jeff, what a fantastic play.
I think that was a Euro step. And here it is up ahead, overhead pass to Osmani. Şengün racks up another assist. He's got 7 assists in the first half.
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Well, indeed, welcome back, basketball fans. We're live here at the Spodek Arena in Katowice, Poland, for this final game between these two teams, at least for these two teams in the group stage of the EuroBasket. 24 points coming from Luka Doncic. He has been magnificent. Josh Bennett alongside Azania Stewart. And Azania, I mean, he started the game out a little bit slow, but with Luka Doncic, it only takes a few possessions, and he's right in there.
Yeah, and when he does start the game slow, he becomes so intentional with his move. He's getting straight to the rim and means business. And, you know, we have to celebrate how good he is. He's really come with it. This is one of his signature moves on the left-hand side, the step back. He's able to gain that space and let it go. He dropped those 34 points in the first game versus Poland, 39 versus France. He knows how to fill it up. And right now, 24 points in just a half. We know Slovenia are going to look for him to add more to this lead.
Well, there you can see the stat chart. Only 1 3-pointer so far for Luka Doncic, but that hasn't prevented him from being the leading scorer. As mentioned, going to the free throw line, as you said, Azania, 9 out of 9. He also has 6 rebounds and 6 assists. Remember, he already recorded a triple-double here in Katowice, and that was against Belgium. But I think, if anything, he would love to see his team win, of course, progress on to the round of 16 with a higher ranking in this group. While for the Israelis, they are being led by Portland Trailblazers player Deni Avdija. 19 points. It's 6 out of 9 from within inside the rainbow, and has converted 2 3-pointers thus far.
Well, he's right on his average of 22 points. He's 5th in scoring here in the EuroBasket. So a bit of everything, and even him there's been moments where he's missed and really struggled around the rim. He's 8 from 14, shooting 57%. But I really like his game, the ability to stretch the floor. He's constantly, they throw up a little alley-oop. We thought we were going to see a little showtime, but he just says, I'm going to place it in the bucket. But good, the two superstars have shown up, and that's what I like to see. He's going to need another strong second half. I don't know how many minutes you play him, but there's his shooting chart, lots of dots, and green is always a nice color.
Well, Avdija 3 rebounds away from a double-double. The problem right now for the Israelis, they're 3 out of 12 from the perimeter. 2 of them have come from Deni Avdija, but I think more frustrating, of course, the need to find ways to get Roman Sorkin into the game. He's only 2 out of 13 from the field. But if they can tighten on their defense, what we've seen from this team, Z, is they're very quick and very organized and getting into a very good fast break offense.
Yeah, and the defense is what they need to clean up on your right and get back in transition, because Slovenia have 17 fast break points. That's way too many, where they only have 4 fast break points. And, a win here for Israel determines if they're number 1 in this group or number 4 in this group. So a lot to play for.
Well, there you can see the game leaders, Tomer Ginat, leading the Israelis in regards to assists. He's got 3 so far. And so does Yam Madar as well. But I said at the beginning of the game, see, keep Yam Madar out of foul trouble. They can control this game. He doesn't have a foul yet. They are down by 13. So there's going to need to be a very big response from Ariel Beit Halafi's players in the early moments of this third quarter to come.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if potentially they go to that zone. I thought that zone was so successful, so much so, it got them the dub versus France, 95-103. I thought they were really good in that zone, where it gave them problems and kind of, bunging up the paint, but they're also throwing double teams at Luka Doncic. I think this is a good idea with him having first half 24 points. His Avdija just getting a little bit of treatment now. That hurts. It's a tight gluteus maximus is what it looks like, is the official term. So what do you do with him? He's a problem. He's a mismatch problem, as he just gets a little extra rest on the bench before, we are just under 2 minutes of the second half.
There you have it, Doncic leading in all categories for Slovenia. The question is, at what point do you find him any moments in the game just to get a little bit of rest? Because it's not that they can't play without him, it's just, they are much better when he's on the floor. They have proven they can hang with it, but also he doesn't spend too much time on the bench. So his rest time is very minimal.
Yeah, indeed. There's his stat line, and he's number 1 in scoring, but also number 1 in steals, just under, or just over 3 steals, shall I say. So doing it all, he's on another watch for a triple-double. That's your favorite thing to look for, isn't it?
Yeah, it's possible.
And he could have 2 in this group stage.
Yep.
But I think coming out into this second half, Slovenia do the same things. Keep Israel to 1 tough shot, get out to the transition quickly. You've got 17 first half fast break points. That's wonderful. For Israel, on the other hand, keep attacking the rim.
Well, like I said, he will need a big response. Something to kickstart the third quarter. The Luka Doncic fans in the building. Not all of them are just Slovenia. We've seen Doncic fans come from all parts of the world just to be here in Katowice, Poland. And so far, well, he's leading the way, and his team do have a 13-point advantage. Well, here we go. Players getting ready to come back up on the floor. Von Krampel, Gregor Hrovat, Edo Boric, Alexei Nikolic, and Luka Doncic will begin the second half for Slovenia. Well, fans, scan that QR code and download the official FIBA EuroBasket app. Download it on your smartphone, your tablet, or Android. You can follow your favorite players, favorite teams, as we will be heading to Riga for the round of 16 and so on here at the 2025 FIBA EuroBasket. Slovenia getting first play.
Shot clock, good start.
There's a slight delay, isn't it? 24, yeah, okay, I see, yeah. It's actually the game clock, I believe, so.
No, both. Game clock and shot clock, so the shot clock will start at 21.
Yeah. Slovenia with first possession. Nikolic finding Doncic, Guy Palatine into the lineup here to match up with Doncic. There's the alley-oop of Krampel. Are you kidding me? What a dive. And what an elevation by Krampel. Madar finds Avdia. Made two, now making three for Denny Avdia.
That's a great answer back. There's a foul here from Madar. Knocks in the face, but here's the answer. And look at this alley-oop. Fantastic. I thought he had overthrown it. This is a better angle. Flies in the air.
Palatine just trying to remain very close to Doncic. Another screen coming. Luka in the lane. Takes the pass. No foul given. And now Madar wants to run. Finds Avdia. Nice behind the back dive. And finally Avdia dunks it. Guy Palatine trying to intercept the pass, but that's beautiful transition by the Israelis.
This is wonderful. Look, throws it up, the behind the back, and we ask, does he slam it? Yes, he does. Look at this. This is what his crowd and fans needed. Give the momentum swing back to Israel.
Avdia becoming joint leading scorer of Luka Doncic. Nikolic uncontested. Beautiful three-pointer. Slovenia taking a lead. I think that was a two-pointer, actually. May have had his foot in the line. Sorkin drawing a foul down low against Krampel. So that will be a baseline possession coming up. Second personal.
7-point lead. 15 was the biggest yet. Can they add to it?
Oh my lord! Isla top from the baseline. Wow, I think he may have heard me when I said he was only 2 out of 13 at halftime.
Yeah, and that is no mistake.
Hrovat finds Nikolic. And he's got 5 here in the third quarter.
Really nice offense from Slovenia. Being patient, finding an open guy.
Madar trying to find Tomek Ginat. Palatine will fire an open three. And now it's blow for blow between these two teams.
Incredible. This is why I love basketball.
Doncic made one and now makes his second troika. Heaving up.
And he stares Israel's bench down. We're going back-to-back blow for blows here.
Forcing a turnover. Palatine commits a foul. It's on the ground. But Luka just asking our referee kindly, can you give me a little bit of space, please? And there is the troika number 2 for Luka Doncic.
And it's on the left side. I told you, I would love to know. Maybe I'll do the stats of him this year. Of how many he hits on the left-hand side. Here's the answer back. And both teams come out here in the third quarter, hitting their shots. Happy for Israel as they struggled in the first.
Doncic made his last one. Not getting this. Avdia towers for the rebound. It's his 8th rebound of the game. Palatine made his last 3. Gets another one. What an exciting third quarter. And we haven't even played 3 minutes.
And Palatine coming in to obviously do his defensive job, and he tells his crowd, come on. He was put in the game to defend Luka Doncic, but what he also can do is fill it up. Huge back-to-back threes for that guy. 6 points, he's wide open, makes Slovenia pay.
Well, a timeout call by Alexander Sekulic. We will head down to Slovenia's bench to find out what he has to say.
Problem je v tem, da vi tečete, iščeš svojega, najbližjega loviš, tiskate čuval. Ne vidiš vsak svojega lovi, to vam govorim. Ko igrajo, to hočejo. Dajte sviča. Sine, to ni tvoje. Ajde, stari, kar neki se začujemo svojo obrambo. Ajde. Ja, se ni problema, te problemi v tem, da je damo.
Well, here was the first three in the third quarter for the Israelis. It was Yamadar making the penetration, finding Deni Avdia, and two coming from Guy Palatine, the 2024 Israeli Winter League Defensive Player of the Year. Now, giving his team belief that they can hang in there. They are down by 9 points, but two crucial three-pointers by Palatine. What an exciting first, not even 3 minutes here in the third quarter.
Yeah. Like we said, the lead was 15, and they've cut it down.
They haven't missed a three. Every time they've gone for a big play, Slovenia has responded. Luka gets 7th rebound and putback points, now moving up to 29. Ginat finding Madar. Oh, it's going to be a turnover. Tomek Ginat. Still not a big margin though. Only 11 points. Plenty of basketball to play in this game.
Oh, we've got loads.
Israel just trying to put some man-to-man full-court pressure. As Gregor Hrovat has no problem breaking it down. Great screen set by Krampel. Switching, Sorkin up against Doncic. Doncic nowhere to go, has to go for a tough fadeaway. But against Slovenia, fighting for the second chances.
Krampel getting that tip out.
That's going to be
kick ball.
Not sure if that came off the foot or if it just hit Yamadar, but it is going to remain Slovenia ball. No, because it's still at 7 seconds.
Okay, so it wasn't. It's the tap in. Nobody boxing out Luka.
Luka backdoor finds Hrovat and now has 8 assists and a 13-point lead for Slovenia.
He gets at least 2 of those out of bounds passes a game.
And he tried one in the first half.
Yeah, he did, and it was a turnover, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was with Mark Radovic, but you're right, it was a turnover.
You just have to be ready. And look at this, out of bounds, backdoor. They get this up screen. There's no help defense.
Avdia working around the defense. Ginat, Palatine. No foul given. So now Ginat, he'll fire a 3. That's the first missed 3-point attempt for Israel here in the third. Now Luka bumping, going in, and it's an offensive foul. And that will be Luka Doncic's 3rd personal foul of the game.
I'm sure you can challenge that.
Yeah, no. Sekulic is trying to tell him, not possible.
Let's see.
I mean, Ginat is the primary defender in this contact, but, you know, it's a tough one for sure. Sorkin not attempting the 3 this time. As Avdia calls for a clear out. Avdia, contact, and he'll go to the free throw line. That is number 4 on Luka Doncic. So Sekulic is going to have to make a big choice. Keep Doncic in, or do you take him out?
Yeah, and this is a big momentum play here. Like you said, Avdia does a good job, knows that Luka is on those 3 fouls. He attacks his chest and gave a bit of, you know, Luka magic back to him. And Luka would want that same foul.
Sure, and I think the difference in what Luka Doncic is asking is, how's it any different from mine? And, you know, if you look at that, you analyze it, there's a lockup of the arms. Now, again, it's up for observation. It is a tough one, no doubt, but Avdia's got to be able to make the free throws. They're down by 13. 5:38 to go here in the third.
Interesting thing, nobody's come to the scorer's table, so they're going to leave Luka on the floor.
It's quite a gamble, but you know what? You want to finish as high as possible here in Group D. There's on Palatin. That's going to be Israel's third team foul here in the third quarter.
He's into the game to make Luka's life hell, so he's happy with that foul.
Oh, Doncic and Ariel Ben-Halafmi just having what looks to be a very humble conversation. Nikolic off the screen. Doesn't get it. Avdia. Bit of contact by Krampel. Now Ginats. Nowhere to go. That's going to be a kickball violation. Israeli fans just ironically calling for a technical, but
you can see Luka's hands behind his back showing that he's not going to foul.
Avdia finds Yamada wide open, way off the mark. Comes up with it, second chance. Still can't get it. Avdia battles, goes out of bounds, and that's going back to Slovenia. Oh, why did they let that one go out? They could have saved that one.
Yeah. Slovenia. Krampel hit in the face, so homage into the game. Really lovely minutes from Martin Krampel. I thought he just seemed a little bit shaken up. You know, he had that alley-oop play, some lovely rebounds. 4 points for him.
Homage trying to set that screen. Luka, well, Homage was open, but I think Homage was ready for that.
I don't think anyone was. Behind the back, if Homage could catch that, that would have been really nice. The turnover, can Israel capitalize?
Well, now we're under halfway. Ginat trying to take on Nikolic. Good hands by Alexei Nikolic. And here comes Slovenia. And Muric didn't want to take on Avdia inside the paint, but now Nikolic has played some very good minutes. 9 points tonight. Those were tough contested three. And Sorkin keeping Homage off the boards. But Israel's got to find some way to get points on the board. Remember, Doncic has 4 fouls. Reaches. Bumps. As Sorkin's able to tip in the second chance points.
And he looks to the gods of basketball and says, thank you. Finally, I get a tip in. He's still working hard though, and he gets rewarded.
10-point ball game. Kovac working with Muric, but they switch on defense. Nikolic has 9, another 3. Yamada just got away with a push-up. He wants to turn it up a tempo. Bumps, Madar goes in, big finish.
Yamada doing a good job, coast to coast. Nobody stops the ball for Slovenia.
Doncic caught in that double team. Nikolic finds throwback. There's the penetration. Has to pull up. And again,
it's pretty.
They're having to work for every point at the moment, Z.
Yeah, but that's lovely offense. That's 11 points for him.
Well, he's only the second player to be in double figures with Luka Doncic. Avdia finds Madar. Sorkin hasn't made a 3 tonight. It still goes for it, but Avdia saves it. Madar wide open, 3.
No.
And here comes Doncic. No foul given. Avdia comes up with it. Israel have numbers. Sorkin bumps, out of control, goes out of bounds, and Slovenia, I think a head coach's challenge may be on its way from Segulic.
Referees are just going to talk about it. There's a lot of bodies, hands in the way, and both teams, it means so much. You can see how hard they're playing.
Well, the challenge has been called, so the officials will go to the monitor. The players will have to go to the bench. Decide if this is going to remain in trouble. Let's listen now to the referees.
By blue team, we are going to review who caused the ball out of bounds. Initial decision on the floor is white ball. So can I see it slow-mo? With the slow-mo, yeah. Stop. So let's see which camera is the best. Handheld left, yeah, this one. Play my friend, please. I can see blue and so from this, okay. Here, wait, just right before, go forward. Here, I can see white player touch the ball.
I also see the right hand of the white player touching now. Let's see further.
Okay, frame by frame until the ball goes out of bounds. Okay, now the ball goes out of bounds. So I saw white touch the ball at the last, so do it the same?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so after review, initial decision overturned, blue ball from baseline.
Well, there you go.
So initial decision overturned, blue ball.
Successful head coach's challenge. Slovenia leading by 10 with 2:31 to go. Remember, Luka Doncic does have 4 personal fouls. Now is the time he's going to go to the bench to get that much-needed rest seat.
Needed rest, but also that he doesn't pick up that final foul. It's a good decision. Can Slovenia add to this lead with him on the bench?
Israel do have 1 foul to give. Slovenia, they don't have any. 11 points from Alexei Nikolic. He's had a big game tonight. Hrovat, another huge 3, way off the mark, goes out of bounds. I'm not sure about that. I think maybe it did touch Guy Patterson, but 2:12 left. Slovenians will get it back. Nikolic, another foul. That's going to be number 2 on Denny Avdia.
Number 99, Guy Palatini, third personal foul. 2 free throws.
It is on Avdia. Let's have a look at the replay. I think she might be on Guy Patterson probably. He was out there reach. So yeah, he got the ball. Yeah, that's on Guy Patterson. So number 3 for Patterson.
It is.
Nikolic stepping up to the free throw line.
Slovenia doing a really lovely job from the free throw line. 94% have only missed 1, 15 from 16. This is huge from them. There is the vote.
12-point lead with 2:09. Klemen Prepelic will re-enter play as Edo Moric goes to the bench. But he knows it's not a big margin, but his team have got to find some identity, confidence, consistency in their offense. Israel also with only 2 players in double figures. Carrington pulls up from 15. It just hasn't been his way so far. He's had some good moments. He's got to get into the game. The Israeli fans still believing. Slovenia want to go into the final quarter with as big a margin as possible. Hrovat asking Radovic to cut up. Now Nikolic. Omic has got a mismatch. This is good ball movement. Radovic finds an opening, goes in. Tough finish. Now a 14-point lead.
Really good job. Attack the rim, put pressure. And Doncic likes it.
Well, Heavy's got an opening, goes in, and there was no help side defense.
Yeah, miscommunication. Israel makes some pay.
Radovic goes baseline. Timur does have 3. That left wide open, and another three-pointer for Slovenia. Make that number 8.
This is really good offense. We asked, can they handle it? And they can. Knocking down shots. Beautiful offense from Slovenia.
Baltimore gives up the 3, goes baseline. It's much better, but offside defense. You can see Sekulic getting at Alan Homage. 2 consecutive offenses. Israel's been able to get inside Slovenia's paint. Oh, they almost came up with a steal. Rovat saves it. Radovic. And a blocking foul is going to be given against Tomer Ginat. So free throws coming up for the Slovenians.
Good job from Radovic to keep, pounding in, keep driving for this. It gets kicked. Oh, this is the lovely 3-point knockdown, wide open, not any defenders in the way. Has a clean look at it, buries it.
Well, Guy Palatin, who does have 3 fouls, is going to sub back in for the Israelis. Tomer Ginat also has 3. So does Nimrod Levy. So does Baltimore.
Well, Moric comes in for Omic, so they're going to go a little bit smaller of a lineup, Slovenia. Sulkin isn't in for Israel, so they can do this.
White missed a free throw. Only the second miss tonight for Slovenia. They try to extend it back to 14. 16.1 seconds left here in the third. Second one good. Israel won one final play. Aptia does have 25 tonight. 1 rebound away from that double-double, but again, they'll want the victory. Defended by Prepelic. Another 3, it's up. No good. Nikolic, bit of time. Doesn't get it off in time. And there we have it. We're heading into the final 10. Slovenia lead by 14 against Israel. Both teams' final game here in Group D in Katowice, Poland. Slovenia, well, they're in good control of this game, Z.
Yeah, a really great quarter of basketball. It was only 1 point difference in scoring. Israel scored 22 points in that quarter. Slovenia with 23 points. Here's the stats. Better percentage from Israel, 51% now from the 2-point straight. They struggled in that first half. I said basketball is a game of 2 halves, and sometimes it isn't working, but the basketball gods come back in your favor. So they're able to finish around the rim. And here's the third quarter best plays, and obviously Luka Doncic throwing up that alley-oop. That's going to be a top 10 highlight play, as he's on the way to nearly a triple-double, 29 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. This was the nice behind the back and rock the rim of his own.
And I think a key thing for Slovenia tonight is, even with Doncic on the bench, they're showing that they can still compete. And this will be magnificent for their confidence when they head to the round of 16. Whoever they are to face, of course. We still have to find out the results of Group C, and of course, who will finish in what position in this group. I mean, it's all unpredictable at the moment.
Yeah, sulking with that slam too. He was struggling in the first and made it, made sure he hit it. But for me, I think, there's moments that Slovenia play better without Luka, because so much attention, the ball is stuck in his hands, where when he's off, they're having to move, they're cutting, they're, working as a team. So they keep Luka on the bench, as he does have 4 fouls. So you can't put him in too soon.
Well, scan that QR code and download the Courtside 1891 app, where you can watch all live streams and extended highlights of FIBA competitions. Courtside 1891. Download it today. Sorkin with the double. Carrington goes in and throws it down, and that cuts it out at 12. Great way to begin the fourth quarter.
Yeah, well, they double team the post. They didn't need to.
Nikolic finds Prepelic, curls a screen. Sorkin just able to prevent. Radovic coming up with an offensive rebound. Oh, Nikolic. Almost like a bear hug there, but Timur. Well, time is now under 10 here on the shot clock. Timur penetrates. Contact. Unable to get the and one, but he will go to the free throw line.
Good job from Timur. Putting pressure on the rim. Here it is, the drive, just gets caught up.
Well, this will be his first trip to the free throw line this evening. Israel have missed 4 out of the 11 attempts they've gone to the charity stripe. There's no problem for Timur. Well, how much longer do you keep Doncic on the bench?
I think about 2 more minutes.
Oh, missed a free throw.
2 to 3 more minutes. Bring him in with about 7 minutes, just under.
Nikolic. Chris is trying to orchestrate everything in the backcourt tonight. Prevelic. Radovic has a size advantage. Not trying to force his way in. Tough fadeaway contested. And it finds its way at the bottom of the net. 13 points, Slovenian lead. And an offensive foul is going to be called against Timur. And that will be his 4th personal. Just going from bad to worse at the moment for Israel.
I missed that because I was looking down the other end. Let's see. This is the lovely move. Off 1 foot.
And just bring it down, Sturger.
Yep. Yes. Offensive charge indeed. Yeah.
Shot clock reset at 14. Prevelic, quick 3. Carrington gets the board. Carrington denies the screen. Levy. Nobel Zusman on the floor as well here for the Israelis. They need something. Carrington, step back, contested 3. Contact and potentially can make it a 4-point play. They've needed that from Kadeem Carrington.
Incredible job from Carrington, and to take the contact here. Little crossover, and 100% a foul. Defense draped all over him. Look at this. Another lefty shooter. And smashes it in, goes to the line.
But he's unable to convert it. Levy offensive rebound. 5-point play, 8-point deficit.
Lovely start in this 4th quarter for Israel. 8-2 run as a foul on the floor.
That's going to be on Carrington. Both teams with 2 team fouls apiece. A big moment indeed. Slovenia, it's about hanging on. For Israel, it's about making that extra play. Sturger trying to find the opening down the middle. Now left wide open. He'll fire a 3. Not going to go. Sorkin towers for the rebound. Well, he may have a double. Yeah. Roman Sorkin actually has a double-double now with 11 points and 10 boards. So what I find amazing is both teams without their 2 superstar players
on the bench. Yeah. Who brings them in first?
Carrington coming off 1 screen. Foul is going to be committed. That's going to be team foul number 3 against Slovenia.
Momic with the foul. So, yeah, 14 fouls for Slovenia. The next foul will be free throws.
Carrington getting the switch. Now attacks the gap. Foul given, and another trip to the free throw line. That is on Radovic. It's going to be foul number 3 on him. But Carrington causing problems.
Radovic felt like his hands were up, but it's about the feet. Let me have a look here. He comes over to help, and he leaves his feet. If he had just stayed solid, Carrington hits it. But if he just stayed on the ground and let Carrington shoot over him instead of jumping, wouldn't have been a foul.
Makes them both. 6-point deficit.
So how long do you leave Luka? This is a 10-2 quarter for Israel.
Nikolic now wants to go at Nimrod Levy. Nice dime, finds Radovic, and it's back to an 8-point ball game.
They needed that bucket.
Sorkin finds Baltimore. Levy, Zusman, he can make these. Contested, big time three by Yovel Zusman. And a timeout is going to be called by Alexander Sekulic. Israel, having trailed by as many as 15, find themselves down by only 5 with 7:13. That's a big moment for them.
Yeah, lovely team basketball. Look at this. They move the ball from one side to the other. Zusman wide open, lets it go and knocks it down. 13-4 quarter. This is huge. A lovely momentum swing back to Israel. Do you bring Luka back into the game now? 7 minutes. I said about 7 minutes. It should be time.
Well, maybe, just maybe, but those fans, the belief is back. You can just see the Israeli fans, but you wonder now, surely Doncic has got to come back in the lineup. And look, forget the triple-double. You just want to get the win. You want to finish as high as possible and, you know, have a better ranking heading into the round of 16 as both teams will be going to Riga.
Well, obviously, every game is important, but this is huge for Israel. Like I said, if Israel could win, they top. We've got one more game after, of course. But if Poland beats Belgium, then Israel, and they win this game, can top this group. This is huge for Israel.
Which hasn't been achieved since 1979 when they became runners-up at the FIBA EuroBasket.
Exactly.
That's a very long time ago.
Well, double-double for Roman Solkin. He's been solid for this Israeli team. And remember, in 2022, Israel finished 17th. So already them going into the round of 16 is better from their last EuroBasket.
Slovenia have no fouls to give, but Israel have 2. Doncic back in the lineup. Up against Zusman. Bit of contact straight off the bench. 31 points for Luka Doncic.
Instant offense, and that's why you can't leave him there for long. But if I'm Israel, I'm attacking him.
Levy pick and pop. Good look for him. Sorkin towers. But Slovenia survive. Now, here comes Doncic. Finds Prepelic, 3 in transition. And there, indeed, you have it. Luka off the bench. 9 assists, 9 rebounds, 31 points. And gives Slovenia a 10-point advantage with the 3 from Prepelic.
And so quickly, you know, here I go. Oh, here comes Israel. And Slovenia with Luka on the floor just settle back into it and give themselves a 10-point lead. And there you see it. They say, oh, come on.
And we just saw both Denny Avdia and Yamada getting ready to check back in, so surely we'll see them re-enter play when we come back. But see, you said it very well. Israel cutting down to 5. Slovenia call timeout. Sekulic has a few words. They go on a 5-0 run. Question is, with 6:36, only down by 10, can the Israelis come back?
Well, you know, you've seen lovely glimpses of it where they play tough defense, hold Slovenia into one tough shot, and then they're down the other end. But now with Luka into the game, your defensive game plan needs to change. Here it is, look at this. Through the legs, gets Zusman off of him and finishes it. Oh, you gotta love it. Luka Doncic, 31 points.
Well, it's amazing to think that he is actually 1 rebound and 1 assist away from recording 2 triple-doubles in the same FIBA EuroBasket. Remember, before he got the one against Belgium, the last time that was achieved was by Mateusz Punica in this group, and it was against Slovenia in the last EuroBasket.
Well,
so
every game he's flirted with a triple-double. You know, the game in France, he had 39, 8 rebounds and 9 assists, so he's been up there.
Avdia back in the lineup. So is Yamada. Sorkin. Remember, Slovenia don't have any fouls to give. Avdia, another 3. Almost got it. Ginat, put back. Now it's down to 8.
That's a really good rebound from Ginat.
This is a play by Tomer Ginat. Almost 4 minutes played here in the 4th quarter. Good hands now. comes off of Carrington. Well, Ariel Beit-Halafmi flirting with the idea of a coach's challenge. Luka ironically laughing to say.
So do the fans.
Sideline ball coming up. Let's have a look at the replay. Watch Carrington.
The thing is we can't see from that backside, so even if...
I mean, Carrington definitely swipes it. As you said, we don't have a clear view of did that last touch Luka or directly Carrington. Well, they almost turned it over. Homage, Doncic, corner. Can't get it. Ginat off rebound, excuse me. Now the Israelis. They had numbers. Sorkin going to Ginat. He goes for another three and finally gets one. That's crucial. Back to a 5-point ball game. The 5-0 run going in Israel's favor.
And Sorkin has knocked some of those 3 points down in this group stage where you have a bigger Homage that is going to try and protect the paint.
Doncic, soft contested, big time troika by Luka Magic Doncic.
Well, there's nothing Sorkin can do. He had his long arm up and he shot right over it. That's good defense, better offense.
Turnover by Avdia. Slovenia have numbers. There's the alley-oop, and do you smell what the Rock Radovic is cooking as he connects with the alley-oop?
An outstanding play, and in transition we see Radovic say, throw it up, throw it up. He puts the fingers up there, and he slaps it in. Beautiful play. As soon as Israel go on a run, Slovenia answer right back. Fantastic game here.
Well, here's another look at the troika.
Look at that. It's nothing you can do. You know, Sorkin does a good job. He tries to attack the ball and do something different. Look, the hand is up. That's good defense. And Luka drops 34 points. He's averaging 31, so he's right on that mark and over it. And he smiles at Sorkin and said, hey, nothing you can do.
Well, of course. You saw now it's become a roller coaster of 5-0 runs. Slovenia go on one. Israel calls timeout. They go on one. And now Slovenia goes on another one. And now a timeout's called. So you just don't know how this game is going to end up. 4:58 left. Slovenia leading by 10. It truly is, or has been, an exciting matchup.
It has. You know, it has gone back and forth, and this is why I love the game of basketball. The excitement, the constant energy. You know, the offense for both these teams are elite. Here's the energy tracker for Doncic and Avdia. Playing 30 minutes apiece.
The Israeli fans still loving it. Look, they're up on their feet.
Oh, this is a great game. They have more than enough time to get in it.
Madar taking on Doncic, just missing. Good defense. And now Slovenia will try to patiently wind down as much time. Remember, Israel does have 2 fouls to give. Want to save those. Prepelic. Trying to take on Sorkin, nowhere to go. Radovic gets picked up by Carrington. Radovic misses. So does Homage. Gets fouled, but gee, that's not a bad foul because as hard as Alan Homage works, he's not always the most consistent free throw shooter for Slovenia.
Shooting 33%, you're right. He's been to the free throw line 6 times in this group stage.
Front eye that time. Slovenia going to put Rock Radovic and Gregor Hrovat to contest for a potential offensive board. They lead by 10. Well, maybe a line violation. Yeah, it's going to be a retake of the free throw for...
Yeah, they go too early. He's got a little bit of a hitch in his free throw. So he gets another hit at it.
Well, chance to extend to an 11-point lead. 4:20 to go. gets it. That's crucial for Slovenia. Israel must find ways to score. Down by 11. Abdia. Number 3 goes flying. Problem is, nobody really contesting other than Tomer Ginat for an offensive board. Doncic waits for the high screen. Forcing the switch. Finds Homage. Homage goes in. Can't finish. Then an offensive rebound. And Big Plate coming up big.
Homage is loving it. They collapse on him. He slips down. He's got the mismatch. Doncic throws the ball to him, and he's working hard. Offensive rebound after offensive rebound. Lovely job. Taps it in and goes for the third one. 3 times the charm.
And he's had his critics, no doubt about it. But tonight, he's definitely come up big, especially in crucial moments. He's got 9 points and 9 rebounds.
Yeah, and he's huge. You know, he's 7'1". He does a good job taking up space. He had 8 points, 13 rebounds in the last game. As Lucas says, hey, just calm it down a little bit, but you can see how much it means to him. And I think he's going to be a big piece moving into the round of 16. You need a big guy. Every team has a solid round the basket post player, but he sets a lot of screens for Luka, opening up you know, shots for him. But he's got to finish around the rim. And that he does.
Well, they have 3 minutes and 48 seconds to hold on to this lead. Of course, they had quite an interesting start here too. EuroBasket taking on the host nation. But since then, they've gone game by game and we've seen massive improvements. Ginat takes on Doncic, good defense. Carrington fights for it. Well, Slovenia won a basket interference, but plays continued.
Yeah, they grabbed the rim. So out of bounds. Full court press from Israel.
Remember, Israel do have that 1 foul to give.
Good steal here.
Now Yamada. No contest with Doncic because he would have fouled out.
Yeah, really good. Yes, good point. 4 fouls, but they late trap Doncic right at the halfway line.
Oh, nice fight. Fades it and throws it down. What a dunk by Homage. But what a pass.
Yeah, and good patience that time because they turn over the ball in the full court press. And that time, get rewarded.
Well, Ginat had the 3, decided not to go for it. Now goes for the circus shot out of control. Slovenia, I think that indeed is going to be the 10th rebound for Luka Doncic.
It is got a double-double. Just needs an assist here.
Doncic, guided by Tomer Ginat. Another step back, he's hit 3. Now making for Trojkas, but Luka Magic.
Incredible. Wonderful job from him. Just lures the defense to sleep and lets it go. 37.
First time in the EuroBasket here at Katowice, Slovenia gets over 100 points. Yamada, bit of contact, no foul given. Doncic fights for the rebound. Homage with the block. Ginat finds Abdia, gotta make this one. Well, cutting it down to 11, 1:51 to go.
Abdia with 28 points after that 3. And look, they're trying to lure into the trap again. Here it comes.
Well, Doncic turning it over. Abdia with a steal. Israel want to go quick. Foul's going to be committed. So Abdia will go to the free throw line. So you just wonder, how much longer can Israel keep that 1 foul they have to give, because they are going to keep on trapping as much as possible.
Yeah, I think it's really good. Yeah, this is where he lures the defense to sleep, knocks it down. Nothing you can do about it. That is Luka Doncic dropping 37 points. It's his highest scoring quarter. This is the full court press and the late trap. And then the big rock the rim, Alan Homage.
These are big free throws coming from Deni Avdia. 28 points tonight. First one's good.
Knocks it down. 78, just under 79% from the line.
He also has 2 steals. He's 1 rebound away from a double-double, but he missed another one. 7th missed free throw tonight here for the Israelis. Think about it, you make those free throws. Wow, it's a 1-possession ball game. Prepelic getting the screen from Doncic. There's a 4th foul. So sideline possession coming up for Slovenia. 10-point lead, 1:22 to go in the 4th.
There's the foul. 2 hands on Luka.
You don't want to foul now. You don't want to send him to the free throw line. Doncic. There's the kick out. Prepelic, 3. It's up. Almost got Luka that triple-double, but Israel's got to keep battling. Avdia. He'll fire a 3. And Homage gets the rebound. The double team comes. Slovenia will patiently pass. There's the contact, and Prepelic will go to the free throw line to try and further extend Slovenia's 10-point lead. They lead 101-91.
A good decision for Slovenia, where the time is their friend, so they really use the clock and don't go too soon. And then Prepelic gets that foul and goes to the line. That's Luka Doncic's time done. Wonderful day at the office for Luka. 37 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists. Huge. He needed to be great for his team to get this win. As the crowd ring out MVP. Definitely the #1 scorer in the EuroBasket so far, as he takes a drink and can rest.
Terrific performance tonight for Doncic. Avdia goes in, count it. He'll go to the free throw line, trying to cut it down to a 9-point deficit. 31 tonight for Deni Avdia. I like this aggressive move, and this is where anytime there are gaps in the paints, he's also going to have that advantage because there's not many players who really can match up defensively one-on-one against Avdia.
And this is tough for Israel because, like I said, 4 teams have stamped their tickets to Riga for the final 16, and it was just the decision of where they're going to be. And Israel could have been first in the group of D, the top 4 teams, but instead will drop to 4th.
Well, it's been a magnificent game. It's just fair to say Slovenia collectively, they were a bit better as Nikolic will try to get one final 3. And there you have it, Slovenia, 106. Now Avdia pulls up from 15, draws a foul. He'll go back to the free throw line.
Oh, I love that he's still playing. And gets to his spot and gets fouled. Free throws are something that Avdia's got to clean up on because, you know, teams are going to foul him. Knocks that one down.
Well, like I said, or like you said, excuse me, Israel had a tough finish at the last EuroBasket 2022. But they will be heading to the round of 16. Still debating who their final opponents will be, but Slovenia job done. They went down early, they came back, then both teams exchanged leads back and forth, but Slovenia will hang on. After losing their opening 2 games, they have won their final 3 games. They win tonight, 106-96. Congratulations to both teams as they will be going to the round of 16 in Riga, but a big win for Slovenia, a big response. Challenge has been accepted. What a game.
Wow, that's 3 wins in a row for Slovenia. Just building on that confidence from that Belgian win, then beat Iceland, and now today, Huge win versus Israel. They're feeling good moving in to the round of 16. A wonderful game, like you said. It was blow for blow, pound for pound. Both teams getting on a little run, but really when I look at the stats, it's the second quarter. Israel let themselves down. They let Slovenia score 30 points in that second quarter and only scored 21. That's where the game was made.
Well, he was one Klemen Prepelic three-pointer away, getting not one, but two triple-doubles. But you know what? I think he's much happier knowing collectively they won their third game. Congratulations to Slovenia. Very well deserved. They were magnificent right from the get-go. I mean, it was a great game. I mean, when the Israelis knew that it was 10 points down, the fans talking about, they were still loving the occasion. Three-pointer in which Doncic had to put a massive negative parabola with Roman Sorkin's hand in his face. Everybody in the building could just sit back and say, wow.
Yeah, there's the percentages, and when I said and looked at this percentages before the game, they were so even. Israel struggled around the two-point strike. 52% they managed to get that up. The rebounding game, Israel 38 to 41. The assists though, 28 assists for Slovenia. A wonderful job from them sharing the ball. Luka Doncic, two superstars in fact, show up and show out. But Luka 37, 11 and 9. And Avdiya 34 points with 9 rebounds and 2 assists. Good day at the office for both of them.
I mean, that's amazing. Both superstar players combined for 71 points together. And that's what the EuroBasket's all about. The very best come to play for their country, and we've seen that. We've seen that across all the groups. But it will be Slovenia that take the dub. Big win for them. And like I said, both teams will be heading to the round of 16, and we'll yet to find out who they'll face.
Well, here's the fourth quarter best plays. And it was a bit of everything. This was a really exciting game, even with the score, what it was. Both teams did not back down. They took the challenge of pushing till the end. Some lovely moments for Israel where they went on that. It was like a 5-0 run, and then Slovenia took one. And yeah, really great game. So gets the finish.
Well, of course, you know, fourth quarter, they cut it down to as many as 5, as you said, but then it just became the battle of the timeouts. Sekulic calls one, they go on a 5-0 run. And then another timeout was called by Ariel Beit Halafmi, then we'll go on a 5-0 run. Then back and forth, of course, but a big performance from this young man. What a terrific game.
Well, as of now, Israel will sit in that fourth position. Slovenia in 3, Poland in 2, and France in 1. If Poland beats Belgium, that's what it would look like. It would be France 1, Poland 2, Slovenia 3, and Israel 4.
Well, there was the alley-oop finding Rock Radovic in transition.
This was huge, wasn't it?
And I think one thing they can really take a lot of credit for is they were able to compete without Luka on the floor at times in the game. And he picked up 4 fouls in the third quarter and still remained in the game. That was impressive.
Yeah, he did. And he says 1, 2, 3, perfect. But you're right, there's moments that he struggles with the fouls, and his team just kind of, you know, withstand the time while he was on the bench. Great job from Slovenia today.
Well, there are the standings. Israel currently in third place. Poland have a final game to play. Slovenia moving up temporarily to second, but one final matchup. Poland, our hosts, will indeed take on Belgium. That tips off at 8:30 local time. Final game coming. We'll see you for that one very soon.